All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is May 10th. When you guys are watching this, for me right now, it is actually May 9th, Thursday night. I'm recording this the day before, which you normally don't do, but by the time you guys are watching this, I will be on a plane. Yes, I'm traveling for the weekend yet again. I feel like I've been nonstop go on the weekends, but it is what it is. We'll grind. We'll have the road set up, get the videos out, but nonetheless, reason being that I'm saying that is because we don't have a result from last night or anything like that, because last night is tonight for me. But nonetheless, in today's video, guys, we're going to go through both NBA games. We have been splitting them up into different videos, but because we're short on time and obviously going to be traveling, just one NBA video today where we're going to go through both of the playoff games. I'm going to give you my lean on the spread. I'll give you my lean on the total. We'll talk about any other player props that we like within the game as well. But as always, keep an eye on the pinned comment for all of my final plays. That is where those will live if you do want to ride with me or if you do want to fade me. In terms of results from tonight / last night for you guys, we know we hit Evan Mobley's over in points. We have Derek White's under 1.5 turnovers. Right now he has 1 turnover with 4 minutes left in that game. And then in terms of Dallas and OKC, we have no results yet because that game has just about tip off. So we'll catch you guys up to speed and all that stuff anyways. But nonetheless, let's dive into this game. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. We got Pacers Knicks game number 3. Pacers 7-point favorites in this one. And I have a feeling it has to do with one, Jalen Brunson is questionable. He's banged up, left last game but returned. And then OG Anunoby listed as out here. So what a massive blow. If you don't know, the Knicks record with OG Anunoby is crazy good. So he's definitely important to that team. On the Indiana side of things, we still have Tyrese Halliburton with a back. He has been dealing with back issues for, I want to say, like the last 3 weeks. So he's been playing through this. And he just had 34 points last game. So I imagine he will play. Definitely want to keep an eye on Brunson, and we know that OG Anunoby is out along with Robinson, Bogdanovich, and of course Randall. So that explains why this spread is where it is, because it's a little interesting to note that you're down 2-0, and not only are they the home team, so I get that maybe it tilts in their favor, but 7 points is a lot. So I'm gonna kind of trust where that line went, and I think I'm gonna lean towards the Pacers if Brunson doesn't play. If Brunson ends up playing, I'm not going to say I fully lean towards the Knicks, but I definitely don't love Pacers as much because that dude is just a gamer, and we've seen him will the Knicks to victory before. So I don't care if OG's not in there or if Brunson's banged up. If he plays, he can get the job done. But if he doesn't, I don't mind taking a shot here with the Pacers to knot the series up and winning in 7+ by 7+ points. In terms of the total, that says 204. The total's actually 223. I think that's the graphic mess up from the Timberwolves and Nuggets game, so we'll see there. But total's at 223. Let's make that clear. I'm going to lean towards the over. We've seen 2 high-scoring games between these two teams. They've hit 6 of the last 10 games they've played, have gone over the number as well. So I do think this is going to be another spot in which we continue to see this total rise. But so far, nothing has indicated that the Knicks aren't going to run, which they've been one of the fastest teams in the playoffs so far. We know the Pacers love to run, so I think that bodes well for an over here. And if we flash it over for a player prop here, we're looking at Obi Toppin over 10.5 points. I also don't mind his points, rebounds, and assists. The dude's been going off, and he's been getting plenty of minutes, which is great, right? When he plays, 19+ minutes, even on the season, 19+ minutes for him, ends up resulting in a really good hit rate of 71% to the over here in points. And when we look at it from a PRA perspective, 60%. So it's not all that bad. But again, that points one is going to be something that we look at. He's been absolutely going off. First half points, he's been crushing as well. First quarter, I want to see if we can find that somewhere. Maybe it's not out yet. But yeah, Obi Toppin over in points. 10.5 is what we're getting it right now for decent odds over on DK, FanDuel as well. So yeah, I think we're going to roll with that. That was the ride of the day. Shout out to Mollywop last video, which we'll talk about the ride of the day in a second. And we don't know the result of his tonight, but we'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, Obi Toppin put him on the map, and then all of a sudden he's just going absolutely off. So I like his over 10.5 points in this game. But I just mentioned the ride of the day. We didn't start the show with it because obviously we don't know if it's won or lost yet. So we shall see. But Mollywop's ride of the day is a risky one. It's Luka under 50 PRA. That sounding the cycle alert alarm. We can't give you the cheaters, the cha-ching, or the womp womp yet because we don't know the result, but even before the game, I know that that is a ballsy pick. So Luka's under 50 PRA is the ride of the day from yesterday. We'll see how it turns out here. Again, that game's going on while we're recording here. But guys, before we do get into the next game here, which is going to be the Nuggets taking on the Timberwolves, I wanted to give a quick shout out to the merch drop that we have here that launched today at the time you guys are watching this. The Gambler 2.0 collection. We have the logo boxy tee, the Super Comfort hoodie, which is by far and away my favorite product we've ever made. Go try and pick this one up. I say try because I think this stuff could actually sell out. We didn't buy into too much of it. Super limited. We have the classic hat, which I'm rocking this exact one right now, and then the embroidered tee, which I'm also rocking that right now. This is literally my outfit on. This is some of the best quality products that we've ever put out on FadeMe.store, and that's saying something because we have some really nice, good quality products. Anyone that's bought anything would tell you the same. So the fact that I'm literally saying that this stuff may be even better says a hell of a lot. So go check it out, guys. That link is going to be in the pinned comment, fademe.store. It'll be right on the homepage. I'm hoping we don't sell out too quick, but also that's like a decent problem to have, right? Like I'm not going to be upset about that, but I want people to be able to go and get what they want. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into this next game here. What a weird series. Minnesota taking on Denver, and it just seems that Minnesota is like dog walking Denver through this. Like they are, or seem to be, that much better than them, which is crazy because Denver is obviously, I mean, the reigning champions. They are the 2 seed. Timberwolves are the 3 seed, but you can't really deny what the Timberwolves are doing right now. And I guess you can make the argument that game number 1 was only a 7-point win, but they were dogs in that one. And they're 7.5-point dogs closing last game, 106-80. So it's like, this team's legit, man. And I don't know if Denver really has the answer for it. You have a banged up Jamal Murray, banged up Reggie Jackson, banged up Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Rudy Gobert, I think, is playing, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously that's big for them. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I get there myself because I do think Denver at some point, you know, makes a little bit of comeback here. But hell, give me the Timberwolves minus the points. I just can't really see a world in which they are, you know, not necessarily leading this game for the majority of it. And the spread says -7. Again, our graphics got a little dinged up. -4.5 is the spread right now. -4.5, not -7. But I'll lay the points with Minnesota. I just don't see Denver first game. Like, this is such a hard bounce back spot if they do go and bounce back. So yeah, Minnesota minus the points. Total sitting at 204. I might consider a team total for Minnesota over, just due to the fact that they have been scoring, 100 plus in every playoff game so far this season. I don't necessarily think the defense is going to slow down. In fact, they're at home. I think that could make a pretty damn big difference. But at the same time, I look at this and I say, okay, well, they seem to have no problem at least getting to 105 plus against this Denver team, right? So not necessarily a spot in which I say, I don't like an over. In fact, you can get it, I think, 102.5 or 103.5 for like -120. I think that could be a decent spot. Now, if we move our attention to player props, I have one that I'm liking as of right now. We might add more. As always, keep an eye on the pinned comment. But I'm not hating the idea of Michael Porter Jr. over 2.5 3-pointers made. We had cashed it with all of these green ones, right? And then we didn't. And even this one is when we did the same game parlay for him to hit 2 threes and 15 plus points. So he's made us plenty of money here. Didn't hit last game, and I understand it. Like, this is a spot in which, even against them historically, he's been kind of hit or miss, but that was an off game, and now you're looking at a guy that's playing on the road. This year, he's hit plenty on the road. In fact, his last 10, his last road game, I should say, but this is what I want to note. 8 attempts, nearly 8 attempts for a guy, and that's on the road last 5, right? For a guy that overall in the season is shooting at a 41% clip. He should be able to make 3 threes here, and if he keeps the volume up, I don't hate this spot whatsoever for him. So Michael Porter Jr. over 2.5 3-pointers made. Again, 8 attempts in his last 5 road games, which he's going to be on the road tonight, and shooting, over 40% on the season, which has been such a turnaround for him. post All-Star break. So I like that spot. But again, guys, we're recording this before not many props are out or anything like that. So we'll see if we add any more. Keep an eye on the pinned comment. But yeah, nice quick NBA video. Get both games in the same video. I know the graphics were a little messed up and whatnot, but nonetheless, guys, hope you guys do appreciate it. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Hopefully we can continue to stay warm here in the playoffs and with MLB, because it's been a good time for the channel. I'll say that much. But we'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.